Yo, 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 yo. What is up, everybody? And we are back with another episode of TFTC Sports. We are in week 11 of the 2024-2025 NFL season. And believe it or not, guys, we only have, I believe, 8 more games left?
Of course.
Yeah, 8 more games left, man. And I'll tell you, man, this season is going by super, super, super fast.
Yes.
And it sucks, especially if your team's not doing well like mine. But without further ado, I am your host, Real Good Doty, and this is my co-host.
Man, it's your boy, Kodak Coughlin, man. You already know. My Eagles, we got the Thursday game, so you know I'm hyped. You know I'm turned up. But hey, I got my other co-hosts with me.
Chico Grande, Chico 2-time, Shooter McGavin, baby, and Lamar Jackson is going down.
Ooh.
We're taking him down. We're going to be number one in the division. He still can't throw, and he will not be the MVP this season.
What? Is it like that? You stepping it today?
And you know what's hilarious? Jay said he's an Eagles fan, but he's wearing a Bills shirt.
We got flip-flopper supreme in the middle.
I can understand me because my team sucks.
Uh-huh.
And plus they're on a bye, but I mean, come on, Jay.
Come on.
I don't need you wearing a Bills tee, my guy.
What is this, Mr. Rogers' neighborhood?
Guy.
I got to wear the Eagles shirt 4 days in a row?
You got to go down with the ship.
It stank. It's dirty.
You need to rep your team. I get an excuse because my team's on a bye and we suck.
My shirt's dirty.
One episode, Seth, you got to wear, like, when people wear the paper bags over their head.
Oh, snap.
You got to cut out the eyes.
I mean, okay, if we get the second overall pick, then I will. But
you winning in.
But without further ado, before we get started,
we got
I need y'all to stop what you're doing, and I tell y'all each and every week.
What you tell them?
Go to the App Store, download the app Prize Picks, and use promo code PRAWWPQJ4.
Ooh.
Now, the cool thing about Prize Picks is you can pretty much choose any type of sport that you want to, gamble on,
yes,
including Call of Duty. And the cool thing about Prize Picks is Tuesdays.
You can do Call of Duty?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
And even the cool thing about Prize Picks, on Tuesday, they do a Taco Tuesday, which means that the stats are discounted. Compared to what the normal line is, you get it at much better of a discount. And
I like that word.
Flex Friday, where you put a deposit of $25 and Prize Picks will credit you with that $25. And Prize Picks has also live lines as well that they recently changed.
That's crazy. I've seen you do
added to their app.
Bet in the middle of the games.
Yes. But without further ado, let's get started with this week's power. I know last week was chalked. There was no reason why Derrick Henry, he would have went over that line until most of the game the Baltimore Ravens decided not to use him. But that's another story. But this week, we selected Saquon Barkley's rushing yards over 68.5. That's the taco. I believe he's going to get over that. Now, I understand last game against the Cowboys, I believe he had 30-something yards. But there's no reason why he shouldn't soar over this. I think they're going to need him against Washington. I expect him to rely heavy on the run. The next play, Terry McLaurin, he's hit it, 4 out of the last 5 times.
Uh-huh.
For him to get over 4.5 receptions. He's Jaden Daniels' guy. I expect him to get heavily involved, especially if they want to win this game. And then the next, A.J. Brown, over 5 receptions. Or even if he gets 5, he pushes. I expect him to soar over this. And then last but not least, Zach Ertz has hit this line 4 out of 5 times. I expect him to be very, very active in this game, especially him being drafted by the Eagles, and this could be a revenge game.
Ooh, I like revenge games. But, hey, like my coach just said, you trying to get some money? Wait, hold on, time, didn't you just get some money in your pocket? Prepared with Prize Picks?
I got some money off Prize Picks. I didn't win too
this past week.
I didn't win too big. I mainly won most of my money on the books.
Okay.
Betting on games. But yes, I did win some coin, and I also had some people that sold for me as well.
Ooh, I like
coin sellers. We'll get into winners and losers later.
But the thing about Prize Picks, guys, since this power play, all 4 picks have to hit. If one of them doesn't hit, the slip is chalked. Now, if you want to be on a little bit of the safer side, you can go ahead and you can flex it, which means depending on what you do, like if you do a 5-man, 3 out of 5 have to hit, or 3 out of 5 have to hit.
So if you do a 4,
yeah, but
it's 3 out of 4.
We ain't flexing, we power playing.
Ooh,
he's confident in his picks.
Yeah, I'm very confident in this. So if y'all want to do whatever y'all want, do it, but make sure download the app Prize Picks, and this taco is going to be gone by the time that this podcast was going to be out. So every Tuesday, be on the lookout for Prize Picks for the taco. But without further ado, let's get started.
Someone else that ain't living up to standards.
What happened?
Go ahead.
So it looks like here, Chicago Bears fire offensive coordinator Sean Waldron. The Bears announced that Shane Waldron. The Bears announced the firing Tuesday, one day after head coach Matt promised changes and adjustments. But it looks like here
Matt Eberflus promised changes and adjustments for struggling Bears. Passing game coordinator Thomas Brown has been promoted to offensive coordinator.
Yeah, so basically, it looks like what's going on is here that the Bears are on their third consecutive loss. They haven't found the end zone in 2 consecutive games. I mean, they hired this offensive coordinator Sean? How do you pronounce it? Sean. They hired the offensive coordinator specifically for Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams came from USC. His number one problem in USC was he held the ball too long.
Well, here's the thing. I think that you have to have a coach that can coach a quarterback, and I don't think that the Bears have their head coach. I told my barber, because my barber is a Bears fan, and I told him that I'm not sold on the Bears because of the head coach.
True.
They have all the talent in the world. DJ Moore, Keenan Allen is on a decline. DeAndre Swift is still a pretty good back. Cole Clement's a pretty good tight end. And Caleb Williams isn't a bad quarterback. I just don't think they have the right head coach.
I feel like
that's the thing, though. What? Usually, if you're a good quarterback,
imagine if he was on the Steelers, Gavin.
Like if you're a good quarterback, you usually come into a bad situation from college to pro. So you usually have to get where you're like kind of the missing piece to turn them around, or you just stay in the stink until you either force your way out or you play in the stink your whole career.
True, but
that's what happens basically.
But you at the same time, we already seen this. Just like Tim Tebow, you can't fix bad technique. Tim Tebow had back throw mechanics.
Are we comparing Tim Tebow to
yes,
Caleb?
Because yes, it is because Caleb. If you look at if you look up the stats, USC he was sacked the most. He was the most sacked quarterback on USC at USC. Number one, number two. They always said from the beginning when he was at USC, he holds the ball too long. Right now, he's sacked 38 times. He's sacked one of the most.
So he's a ball holder.
He's holding the ball too much. So you can't teach not holding the ball too much.
Okay, he does hold the ball too much, but that also has to do with coaching.
No, but you've been doing this since a kid. If you've been doing this as a kid, you can't out teach that. If you've been doing this as a kid,
so you're saying he's built bad habits over his career.
Exactly, just like Tim
still
Tebow.
affecting him in the pros.
And Tim Tebow had bad habits of throwing habits, and he did that for his whole life.
You can throw Lamar Jackson in there too.
Right. A coach can only do so much, and I get that. But what I'm saying is I feel like he needs to get a better coach that can coach him.
True.
That can point this out to him. Now, if they go out at the end of this year, get a new coach, because they're going to have to.
True.
Give Caleb Williams 2 more years. And if he doesn't get it right, then you got to start looking.
I can see that.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, don't give up on Caleb Williams.
But
don't give up on Caleb Williams yet.
But how good
give up on the Bears.
How good are we really expecting the Bears to be? Think about it. They had Rex Grossman. He's not. They had Rex Grossman and Cutler, Jay Cutler. They don't
have a Cutler jersey.
They don't have that many good quarterbacks in history that they ever had at all. They're always known for their defense.
Look,
so
I'm just telling you, Caleb Williams.
His first mistake was joining that team. He needs to just be on a different team if he wants to have a decent career. If I was a pro quarterback, I would never want to be on the Bears.
So
they're a trash franchise.
So
dude, just look, Bears fans, calm down.
How do you feel?
Calm down. Just write it out. Get a new coach, new coaching staff next year.
Just give him the Giants
maybe
blueprint.
lower your expectations on how good this team's going to be.
Should they do the same?
Just accept being trash for the next 5 years.
Should they do the same type of offense that they used to do, what's it called, in Texans? Remember Texans with the Deshaun Watson?
I don't know.
There's a whole bunch of shotgun formations. Because if you holding the ball too long, that means you can't get it in. By the time if you get it up close to the center, by the time you back up, you hit. So you need some type of time. The only thing I can know that gives you some type of time is a shotgun.
Gun will help.
But he has the weapons.
Yeah.
But he needs the time.
Yeah,
that's something that you got to work with him individually.
What I'm telling you, it has to do with the coaching. They don't have the right coaching. So what you do first, address the coaching at the end. Address the coaching at the end of the year, and then you'll deal with Caleb Williams. But right now, write it out. Address the coaching at the end of the year. Add some pieces around him. and then you go from there.
They should fire the whole team, move the whole place. I mean,
But we
gotta move on from
what's
this
enough
game.
bear talk, man?
Enough bear
No
talk.
one
They
cares about
trash.
the
Y'all
crappy
comment down
Bears.
below how y'all feel about
Bears.
this. What should the
They
Bears
need a
do?
new coach. That's what I'm saying. Get
they
a
need-
new coaching staff. That's
The
what
whole
needs to
new
be
coach.
done.
Start off
Instead
with
of
the
a new
staff.
coach, we got new power rankings.
Ooh.
Power rankings week 11 is out, and the Steelers have climbed the charts to be in the top 6. But Bucky Brooks did his own power rankers and got the Steelers in the top 3.
Oh my God! You what? I was like, why
Top
are we
3.
watching this one? And I'm like, that's the difference. So
Because we got to recognize greatness when we see it.
first off, I mean, if you really feel like the Steelers
Our top 3.
are top 3,
If I was,
After
I
your
would
last
say
game?
top 5.
yeah, if,
What do you mean,
bias-
Jesse? The Commanders are a good team. They're not the Commandos no more.
they still the Commandos. It was a close game.
Hey, it's gonna be a close game on Thursday night too.
if I was honestly being unbiased,
Uh-huh.
I would probably have them at 4 behind Buffalo.
Okay. I can see that. I mean, I say
Ahead
8.
of the Eagles?
I say 8
Yeah,
behind.
for sure ahead of the Eagles.
Whoa.
I don't buy the Eagles. I'll tell you that right
Whoa.
now. I think the Eagles are losing in as soon as they get in the playoffs.
First off, it depends who
Their
we
first game in the playoffs, they're losing it.
It depends who we go
Okay,
against.
I
I
don't know
mean,
about that.
it's a lot of trash teams. I mean, if we go against Arizona, we can win. I feel like we can beat Arizona. I know we can beat the Chargers. I mean, Justin Herbert ain't. But I mean, looking at this,
You think Saquon's just gonna save them?
I mean, at
Because
first,
it ain't.
just-
I
it
feel like
hurts.
Saquon's the difference. Because I don't feel like no one else
Yeah.
is stepping up.
We're gonna talk about. I mean,
Saquon really didn't do much.
he didn't
on
do much
Sunday.
last game. Exactly, he didn't do nothing last game, and we won it off of Jalen Hurts' arm. But we're gonna talk about that next in a couple minutes.
Any
now, hold
other
on.
any other surprising things y'all see with the?
Of course. I mean, with this, I mean the Bills going down one. I mean, that is kind of surprising. Also,
Cardinals are getting up there. That's good.
I'm surprised. I mean, in the way that the Cardinals just embarrassed the Jets it's just disgusting. Like I
I
would.
don't know why the Seahawks are 16. That's crazy to me.
See, I
The
feel like,
Broncos should be ahead of the Seahawks.
you think they're that much better? I mean, are you basing this off of the Kansas City game because it was that close?
Well, the thing about the Broncos is they've been playing hard all season.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Bo Nix, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bo Nix has been playing better than Geno Smith.
What?
I feel
Geno
like-
Smith
yeah.
has been turning the ball over
Yeah,
so
that
many
is true.
times.
I feel like they changed the game plan with Geno Smith because
I just can't
And if
hate
they
on
would've
Geno
played
since
this
he played
week-
at West Virginia.
I would bet the Broncos would beat the Seahawks if they were to play again.
Okay, I mean, and then it's crazy how the Panthers moved up 7 spots. I have no clue how.
Yeah,
The
that's,
Panthers went up
they
7
would not
spots.
beat the Saints if they played.
Especially after the Jacksonville Jaguars came this close to beating the Minnesota Vikings.
I'm not quite sure that the
The Giants
Panthers
moved
would
to
beat.
32.
I'm not quite sure that the Panthers would beat the Jaguars that they played.
I mean,
I'm not quite sure they'd beat the Colts even.
I think the Jaguars are
I'm
better
not
than
even know
31.
if they'd beat the Browns.
True.
I'm not even sure if they beat the Patriots.
What was Atlanta at?
You think so?
The Falcons are 13.
Yeah, they're about
They
to
lost
go.
to the Saints.
The Falcons are gonna move.
They moved down 3.
The Falcons are gonna move to at least 16 next week.
How you move down 3, but the
Hear
Saints
me?
move up 8? So you lose to the Saints. You moved up. You moved down 3. The Saints beat you. They move up 8. That don't even sound right. That don't even sound right.
I mean, none of these are all subjective. I mean, it's like one's the official NFL, like,
Yeah.
show power rankings, but it's like,
Hear me, Gavin?
who's
What?
making that? Huh?
The Falcons are gonna move to 16 next week.
16?
They're losing to the Broncos.
Are you
If
serious?
they
Yes.
lose, they'll
Yes.
they'll
Nah,
be
they not
if they
losing to
if
the
they
Broncos.
lose,
Oh
they'll
no, there's no way the Broncos. I don't see the Broncos
I
losing.
definitely see Drake London balling all over them.
if they lose,
Against
they go to
Patrick
18.
Surtain, and I got
Yes.
Drake London.
Yes. And what's it called?
If he balls, it's not. It's
And
gonna
Mooney?
be not because he's on him.
And Mooney? What's it called?
I'm just saying.
Gotta
But
see.
speaking of power rankings, we got to get into the picks. But before we get into the picks, we got to get into our own personal records.
What we got?
We got big game picks. Seth had a big week last week, closing the gap, getting a couple game, 4 games behind me. I'm only 1 game behind Jesse J. If Jesse J has another bad week like he's had the past 2 weeks, I will claim that number 1 spot. What do you have to say for yourself, Jesse? With me and Seth both being right on your heels now.
I blame the refs. Number 1. I could a lot of these games that I lost
Yeah.
were field goal games.
What game did you lose? They lost to the Texans.
I lost to Texans.
The
Texans.
game shouldn't have
the
been
Lions.
that.
The Lions
should
came
have blew
back.
them out.
The Lions came back.
I knew they were gonna win.
It was too early. It was too much time left on the clock. And then the way that
The 49ers got lucky. They got real lucky.
It's a couple crazy games, man. It's a couple crazy games.
Because I even had the Bucks +5.
If you have another week like you did last week, Seth, you could move to number 1.
I'm going
So
to.
we're gonna see what happens when these picks. But we gotta move to the big game bets. Where we actually have a full shakeup of the leaderboard. Jesse J jumping from 1 to 3. And I still keep my spot at number 2, but Seth takes the crown on big game bets.
Mm-hmm. He got.
Did you see him? He just crowned himself. Oh, no, Seth, you got to take it off of him and then put it on yourself.
It was already on me. You just couldn't see it.
Oh my God.
It's cool.
But let's see what we got for this week. You could go ahead and pause it here if you want to stare at this screen, but let's start with game number 1.
Game number 1, man. We got it, man. We got a rivalry game, a division game, and I've been waiting on it. We got my 7-2 Philadelphia Eagles versus
7-3 or 7-2. Gotcha.
And versus the 7-3 Washington Commanders. So the Eagles just came off a spank.
So tough, dude.
Exactly. Eagles just came off a spanking the Cowboys 34-6. Commanders lost by 1.28-27 to the Pittsburgh Steelers. This game, I've been waiting for it. I really feel like long as we can contain Jaden Daniels the same way that the Pittsburgh Steelers was doing, because it's crazy how when I was watching,
they said they had Fields running scout team, and that's the reason that they were so prepared.
Exactly, and Jaden Daniels wasn't running all crazy like he normally runs. That's the great part about it. They had that locked down. So I feel like the Eagles do the same thing. We'll have a lot better chance, because I don't understand how this rookie Jaden Daniels is just doing so good. He's winning this many games with the same team, the Commanders, that was just bad last year.
The Commanders worked like bad, but they still had their moments. They still had some of their upsets in random weeks, and now you get someone with his level of talent to kind of organize the troops and to have a real leader. I think, he's the real deal, and he's going to take them to the next level. I don't think this is a fluke. I think he's actually good, and I'll go ahead and say I am picking them 100% over the Eagles. The Eagles are favored by 3.5, and I'm saying not today,
Actually,
Jalen.
it's 1.5. It's 3.5 still?
Well, different places do different things. This is Bleacher Report spread.
See, this one's tough, Jay and Gavin, because
I'm picking Washington,
my mind
man.
wants me to pick the Commanders, but my heart's telling me to pick the Eagles because the Eagles have more experience.
True.
They've been playing together longer.
True.
You want to bet on this game, Jesse?
Washington,
Margarita.
if they lose this game, it's going to be 2 in a row. And have we seen the Commanders win a big road game yet? No, we haven't.
No,
It's going to be their first one.
We definitely haven't. In the last...
They could, though, because remember that upset, what was it, 2 years ago, that Monday night game?
It's possible.
And the Commanders beat the Eagles. They ended their undefeated season.
Sure, I can see that.
So I could see an upset, but I don't know, man. This one's really tricky. Like, honestly, it's really
sweaty.
It's a sweaty bet.
I don't really think it's sweaty. I feel like Jalen.
Come on, Jay.
First off, Jalen Hurts is finna ball out right now.
They're not the Cowboys. They're not gonna blow this team out.
We're not gonna blow them out, but we're gonna win. For right now, the Commanders have given up 5 touchdowns and got 1 pick in the past 2 games. So
Latimer's playing.
That doesn't mean anything. And on top of that, Jaden Daniels is throwing up touchdowns. Y'all just played the Steelers.
He's gonna throw some touchdowns.
202.
They're not gonna be able to run.
Steelers
against
is a different animal.
I don't know. They might be able to, but I expect Daniels to come out.
They almost lost to the Giants. And the Giants didn't get. The only reason the Giants lost because they didn't get no sacks.
The Giants actually had a couple weeks where they were playing good.
Exactly.
They almost beat Washington, and they played really good against the Steelers.
Who?
Twice.
The Giants.
That's what I just said. The Giants almost beat Washington.
And the Steelers.
Yeah.
They gave them a competitive game. I'm saying it's not like they were being a pushover.
Who? The Giants?
Yeah, they were playing some good ball.
But at the same time, they not better than the Eagles. And
no.
I just feel like it's not going to be that close of a game.
On paper, yes. I'm gonna go. I'm going to go with the Commanders, dude.
Yes.
They need to win this game.
They definitely do need to win this game. This would be a big win for
Seth,
them.
This is how
I'm not going to lie to you, Gavin.
This is how we take him down.
I'm not completely confident about this.
This is how we take him down. If we give Jesse 2 losses right here, hey, you might as well bet Jesse 2. You want to bet a smoothie?
No. Not this game. I don't like this game enough to bet him a smooth.
Exactly. I mean,
and even if I do win, I'm still gonna.
Yeah, I really think the same thing's gonna happen like last time. Saquon Barkley was only 14 for 66 yards. I really think he's gonna go 66 yards
Saquon's
again.
gonna do his thing. It's gonna be a high-scoring game, but that doesn't mean that Commanders aren't gonna win just because Saquon has a good game.
I just don't feel like they don't have anybody. All they got is Terry.
Zach Ertz, Brian Robinson.
They didn't do anything last game.
It was the game script, though, bro.
It's always the game script.
It's the Steelers.
It has to do with the game script.
Oh, Lord. It's always the game.
McLaurin balled out. That's why they won. Because it was a McLaurin game.
I guess so. I mean, those two, I guess, whatever.
He had over 100 yards.
I'm going for the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't see how they're going to lose this.
You should. That's your team.
Wearing your trader shirt.
I don't see how they're going to lose this game. But, I mean, so we bet
Margarita.
Bet Margarita.
I'm not betting this game. I'm not confident enough to bet.
So who you pick? Who your pick is?
I'm gonna pick the Commanders, but I'm not completely terribly confident. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be honest. I gotta be honest. That's part of gambling. You gotta be smart.
And you said the spread is what? 3?
3.5 according to Bleacher Report.
I mean, I'll bet you. Give me 5 points. Give me 4. Give me 4.
That's too much.
Give me 3.
Nah, yeah, we doing straight up bets, man. We gonna doing straight up bets. I mean,
we'll get a bet.
I don't know.
We'll bet on the game.
We gonna bet on the next game here, but that's what we have for the Commanders versus the Eagles. The next game, what we got, y'all?
The Bears versus the Green Bay Packers. Now, this game is a divisional game.
Yes.
The Bears are on a 3-game losing streak. The Packers are coming off a bye, and I believe that they barely beat the Jaguars, right? Going into the bye.
Well, the last game they played the Lions. They got spanked by the Lions 14-24.
Oh, they did. My bad. My bad. Yeah. So
I thought. I mean, they got scared
I don't
that
see the
game.
Packers losing this game.
Yeah, not this game.
I'm gonna make this one quick. I'll go with the Packers all day, every day.
Yeah, I'm going.
I'll bet if anyone wants to bet.
No. I'm picking the same thing.
Everybody's going to Packers game. I mean, we don't feel like Jordan Love is gonna have the same type of game he's been having. I mean, hasn't been throwing any touchdowns in the past 2 games. Last game he was 2 for 273, no touchdowns, 1 pick. He played at the Jags, 14 for 22, 196, no touchdowns. So I mean. So definitely, this is gonna be an easy game for the Packers. Even though it's a rivalry game, and with rivalry games, you got to throw the records out. It's still the Bears can't do anything. Caleb Williams is getting sacked left and right. The run game for the Bears is trash. DeAndre Swift can't do anything. Jacob and Josh. Why you tell me Josh Jacob was so nice like that? He over there eating like he a beast.
He is nice.
I mean, 13 for 195 yards. I mean, I don't see how they're gonna do that. I mean, the Bears couldn't even hold Raheem Stevenson, and they couldn't even hold James Conner. They both balled out on the Bears. So
shout out James Conner.
Horrible. Shout out James Conner. But yeah, I mean, the Green Bay Packers should run straight over this game. I mean, any Bears fans, comment down below how y'all feel about this. But I mean, we shouldn't be wasting our time on this game, honestly.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get to the game of the week.
The Baltimore Ravens versus the Pittsburgh Steelers, both 1-7-3, 1-7-2.
Battle for
now,
the division.
Surprisingly, the Steelers have taken us by surprise.
Yes, they have.
But Lamar Jackson plays really good on the road, dude, for some reason. But when it comes to like divisional games, it's sweaty.
Facts.
For them.
It's a rivalry game.
They don't blow them out.
Game.
Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well,
like out of conference games, they blow them out, but divisional, they don't.
They're both good teams this year, but even when one team's good and one team's bad, it's still always a good game. And there's even been years when one team is good and one team is bad, and the bad team injures the heck out of the good team to kind of ruin their season. So usually these games tend to have a lot of injuries. It's a brutal game. The Steelers are relatively healthy.
True.
And Russell Wilson had a real good game. He had 195 yards against Washington, 2 touchdowns. And let me see what his passer rating was, a 93.6. That's decent. I think he can even improve off of that. Warren's finally getting back to form.
True.
You know, our running back room is doing good. Najee had 53. Warren had 66. And
sold on rushing, dude.
Patterson had 14. So we have 3 running backs now. Because Patterson was actually doing the best out of the 3 at the beginning of the season. Jalen was injured and Najee wasn't really playing that well. So we're back to having our full running capabilities. And then our receivers,
Trash.
Williams came in
Trash.
to get it 1 play, 1 touchdown, baby.
Listen, man,
that's how we do things. Pickens had 91 yards. We're doing it by committee. Austin had 20.
I feel like
only 2 receptions.
True, but I'm definitely gonna have to go to Ravens this game. Only because the wide receivers for the Steelers is suspect. Everybody knows that. Come on.
I mean, we got 3 decent guys.
Yeah, 26 last game y'all played. Yeah, 26.
And he has a whole nother week of practice.
26 targets, 12 of them drop passes. They drop and pass it. They can't catch the ball. Only one really catching is Pickens. Besides that, they ain't got nobody else.
I'm gonna go Ravens too.
Exactly. I mean,
okay. Let's see how it is.
Bet lunch, Gavin.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be like the Brown situation. And
then on top of it, I don't know what kind of line y'all finna have this game, because I'm still laughing at y'all for letting Tyrone Tracy basically run 145
Hold on. Tyrone Tracy is a 5th round pick, and he's doing really well. And I told y'all about him, didn't I?
Yeah.
Before he started, I said, watch out for Tyrone Tracy.
True. I get
But
it.
he did eat.
He did. I guess it still is real bad. Exactly.
Yeah, but I mean they're more healthy now. They had more injuries.
That was 2 games ago.
Exactly.
Well, 3 weeks ago. Yeah,
Tyron
and they had their bye.
Gavin looks like, he's a good runner.
And then on top of that, are y'all gonna stop?
Yeah, I like him.
Derrick Henry last game had 68 yards. Won a game
they're
before
gonna
that
feed him this
for
game.
106. They gotta feed him this game.
They have to feed him.
This is gonna be a heavily run game. Lamar Jackson is playing out of his mind.
I think it's
Take
great.
Lamar's rushing on this game, guys.
I think that with them playing Washington, that's a great warm up. You got Lamar. You play against little Lamar Jr. And then you play against Lamar, and so I think it's the perfect practice. I don't know who will win. I mean, Baltimore's been gifted a handful of games by the officiating. People are starting to say that they're getting the Chiefs treatment in the comment sections. So I mean, you don't know. I mean, honestly, I don't know if y'all been watching the NFL, but some of these big time games or contending type teams, some of their wins have been very questionable, and we're often looking at the officiating rather than the plays being made on the field.
True.
So I hope that the officiating is good in this game, and that they don't do that, because it's an embarrassment to the league, and they wonder why there's years where they have downtimes in viewership. Because people don't want to see a game where there's a flag every other play. Those games are terrible, and they take 9 years to play.
Yeah, they definitely take too long to play. I mean, and then last game, that game we all had with the Commanders, it was every time we turned around, it was another flag. I think it was over 10 flags thrown
honestly,
that whole game.
I feel like the Steelers won despite of the officiating. I feel
That's
like
so
Washington got all the calls. That last one at the end that Washington wants to cry about, where they said he got the first down. No, he was down as soon as he caught it. So, so to me, he didn't get it. But even if that's a close call, y'all just got like the last 10 calls in a row on your way.
True.
So how y'all gonna complain like that? Oh my God! Like that whole group of officials should be fired. The ones that did the Steelers Washington game. It was pretty piss poor.
True. I mean, long as the Ravens cornerbacks don't do as bad as they did against the wide receivers for the Steelers, like they did against the Bengals.
Oh, that's right. Russell's gonna be throwing the deep ball.
Yeah.
You see
The Ravens are like the worst team in the league at covering the deep ball, right?
The whole team was cutting them up. It was. Oh my God.
Hey, right.
What?
The Ravens are the worst team in the league at covering the deep ball.
Yeah, they are.
Not
32.
good.
They right there. The Ravens. The worst thing on the whole Ravens is the defense. I mean, is the cornerbacks. But I mean, at the same time, all y'all got is George Pickens. They got Mike Williams. Is Calvin Austin gonna show up this game? That's what we need to find out.
I mean, I think with having 3 guys now, if you have
is Mike Williams really a guy for one catch? You call him a guy for one catch?
Big play guy.
Oh Lord. Big shot Bob.
Yeah. So all you need is them to have. They don't need to have crazy yards. Like they don't each need to have 100.
Somebody needs to have a.
You need to have like 2 guys have 50, and then Pickens have like 75 with 1 or 2 touchdowns, 75 to 100, and that is perfectly doable. Especially with their running game, they got this 3-headed monster at running back now that's fully healed, so they can just keep their.
Who was the other one?
Patterson.
Patterson. Okay.
He came over this season.
Hey, and is that didn't y'all just pick up somebody on the trade deadline, the defensive player?
Yeah, I think Highsmith is out, and then we got
Preston. Preston is that Preston?
Yeah.
Came from Green Bay.
Came from Green Bay.
Is he finally playing?
He's probably gonna start now.
Okay. Definitely. I definitely want to see that.
And he played real good. He had a big sack at the end of the game. And I think it was right after Highsmith got injured. He came in and got a sack. So he's already a starting caliber player. So he should have no issue. I don't know. This game is really a coin toss.
True.
You know, the rivalry games, especially when both teams are good, you really just hope that your team comes out with not injuries. Because for whatever reason, when the Steelers play the Ravens, usually sometimes a handful of players have season-ending injuries every time they play. So we'll see how physical this game gets.
We definitely gonna see how physical this game gets.
Oh, do you want to bet on this?
Oh, I mean, y'all already bet, right?
Yeah. Do you want to bet?
We can do it too then.
Do another margarita.
What do we do? Lunch, right, Gavin?
Yeah, Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lunch.
So we definitely bet on this one. Y'all need to comment down below. Who do y'all have winning in this game? I mean, it's a close one. What's the spread? 3 again?
Ravens are favored by 3.
Yeah, it's a close. I mean,
Field
you can go either way, especially.
And you hate those games where it's like a 3-point game because it's like that literally officiating can make that game.
Pretty much.
You call one holding call and get them in field goal range.
It's gonna end up like one of them embarrassing games. But moving on, you ready for the next game?
Yeah.
The next game here we have the 4-5 Seattle Seahawks versus the 5-4 49ers. Now this one,
I mean, the 49ers.
you got the 49ers on this one?
Yeah, no brainer.
I mean, with this one, I feel like the coach for the Seahawks, they've been listening to our podcast. Because I've been saying it time and time again. Geno hit throwing 55 passes a game. And now if you look at it, these past 2 games, 34 pass attempts, 29 pass attempts. But he's throwing more picks, like you said. He's basically just forcing it, giving it away. So, yeah, you went from the whole dink and dunk thing that you was doing in the beginning. Now you over here trying to risk it because I'm guessing y'all not winning enough games. But now he's throwing more picks.
I feel like he's trying to do too much. He's trying to put too much on his shoulders, and it's causing him to throw picks.
Exactly. He like Cam Newton said, yeah, game managers. You got playmaker, and I don't think Geno a playmaker. I think he can manage the game.
Geno's a playmaker. He's just trying to do too much on a team that has a lot of injuries.
You think Geno's a playmaker?
He's proven it, man. He's been a play.
Yeah, but he's also a turnover machine too at the same time.
Exactly. I mean, and then on top of that, but this is gonna be crazy. I mean, Christian McCaffrey is coming back. It's his second game back. Last game he only had 39 yards off 13 attempts. So
I wouldn't put any stock in him, man.
You sure? But I mean, he's been resting this whole time.
He's been so injury prone. Like, he's almost like, what, did him and Anthony Davis come from the same place? I mean, it's ridiculous. We got to wrap him up in styrofoam.
You would love him on the Steelers, Gavin.
You would definitely love him on this. You would definitely love him on the Steelers.
No, because he would never play.
But, I mean, this is going to be
especially if we gave up like some talent to get him and then he never played. I'd be heated.
This is definitely going to be a tough one. The Seahawks are coming off of a loss against the Rams, 26-20. And then the 49ers barely beat the Bucks.
They got lucky.
The Bucks, I saw that, right?
49ers got lucky.
That's another one of the games I said it was like real close to 3 points.
That kicker missed 2 kicks, and I still don't understand how the 49ers won. But
how do you choke your own teammate?
Happen? And he choked his own teammate.
Debo pushed him.
Yeah, because it was a frustrating game.
No one's gonna put their hands on me like that.
And then he hit the game winner. He should have went and choked him right after he hit it.
Like, see, I did that. But
I mean, the way that Debo did that, I mean,
it was uncalled for.
You got to be encouraging, you know what I mean?
He was frustrated.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
he was only 3 for 37.
You could have told him, like, hey, come on, man. Like, lock in. You got this.
Yeah, you can't blame the kicker. It's not his fault.
He was mad because Juwan Jennings was outshining him. He had 7 catches for 93 yards. And then he had the Ricky Pearso, 4 for 73 and a touchdown. I'd have been mad too. I'm not getting the ball. Kicker over here missing all these field goals. Somebody getting choked.
You got to control your emotions.
Somebody getting choked.
Who are y'all picking?
I got 49ers.
Oh, man. Gosh.
I'm picking 49ers.
You want to bet me, Jay? Dude, there's no way the 49ers should lose this game.
He threw 3
I love Geno, but
picks.
nah, he's been playing bad this season, man. He's
if
too
the
many
49ers
injuries.
lose this game,
he's trying to Iverson it.
Then they literally have to go reevaluate themselves.
What's up with DK? Is he out for this?
He's been out, man.
Is he still out?
I don't know if there's any update.
I haven't seen any of the. I mean, all y'all got me worrying about.
That's why Geno's trying to do so much.
Jason and Tyler. I looked at the stats. It's Tyler Lockett. I'm like, I haven't spoken about Tyler Lockett in the longest. But I mean, I got it. If Metcalf is playing, I'm definitely going with the Seahawks. But if he's not, I mean,
even if he's playing, I'm gonna go with the Seahawks. I mean, not the Seahawks, 49ers.
Questionable knee MCL.
Ooh, am I gonna?
It's a yellow. It's not a red.
I'm gonna have to put my faith in Kenneth
play.
Walker.
That has to do with the way you cut too, as well.
Yeah. As a receiver.
I'm gonna have to risk it. I mean, we gonna bet. I want to risk.
What's your lunch?
A bet lunch. We risk putting life on the wild side. I put my line up on the line for Kenneth Walker.
I bet you a thing of burgers from HEB. Grass-fed beef.
What's that?
No. We'll bet Chipotle.
I mean, it's probably the same price.
Yeah. Let's put lunch.
That's lunch, okay.
It
depends. Like, what does lunch consist of? Like
Chipotle.
Chipotle.
I'm still waiting on my Papados. Comment down below. Will Chico
Lord.
Grande ever get his Papados from Felix Supreme?
We just went to a basketball game. You a baddie now? You supposed to get wine?
I did go to a basketball game.
Oh yeah, thanks, Seth.
Got you, man.
Me and Jesse went.
Gosh, you trying to get
And
the
you
baddie.
didn't, and you didn't get him no food.
Who?
At
Me?
the game?
No,
Yeah.
I got him.
We got nachos. Yeah, cause I got you we got Jack in the Box before that. We got Jack in the.
They didn't have what I wanted.
Yeah, he went to Fade Box from Jack in the Box and they have it. It was horrible, but I mean the game was worth it. It was great seats, a great environment.
Gotcha.
But back to this game, I mean I just feel like Geno Smith is gonna get it right. I mean 363 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 picks. I don't think he's gonna do that again.
I wouldn't be upset.
I mean,
I always want Geno to do good.
True, and the 49ers having problems with holding the ball. They keep fumbling. Everybody's fumbling. So hopefully, I mean, it just comes down to that. I'm going Seahawks. Me and Seth bet he going 49ers. So you got
49ers.
Oh Lord, we gonna see. We gonna pray.
You want to bet again? You want to like put yourself in the food dumpster if you lose this week?
Nah, just go crazy to win. Go be back on top.
Jesse was like 15-10, and now he's like 15-47.
I think me and Jay switched places.
Yeah,
you stole his luck.
Oh my God, we don't worry about it. It's because when it's games like this, like I clearly know the 49ers are favored to win. I'll be like, I don't want to go with the same team y'all both pick, so I'm gonna risk it. So I'm risking it again. We going 49ers, but here we have
my winners and losers.
Yeah, I got the scores for you.
So we got the scores up here as you see, but I'm gonna go over my losers. I'm gonna start off with the New Orleans Saints. I mean, just pathetic.
Yes.
I mean not New Orleans Saints, Atlanta Falcons. I mean, pathetic loss. My bad.
The Saints.
It's been a long day.
We won.
It's been a long day. But anyways, I'm gonna start off with the Atlanta Falcons. I mean, just pathetic, losing 17-20 to, my opinion, a bum Saints team that just fired their head coach with the what's it called? Interim head coach. And usually when situations like that happen, there's absolutely no reason why the head coach of the other team should not take advantage of that. True. So Kirk Cousins was sacked 3 times, 1 pick with no touchdowns. But the crazy fact is he had over 300 yards passing. Drake London had over 90 yards. Mooney had over 90 yards. And Bijan Robinson had over 100 yards. So there's no reason why you should lose that game, even though Younghoe Koon, if that pronounced his name right, missed 3 kicks. So I blame Kirk Cousins. I give him at least, I would say, 80% of the blame, and also the kicker as well. I mean, you got to make those kicks. Kirk Cousins, there's no reason why you did not throw any touchdown passes. But
that's pretty embarrassing.
This is a very, very bad game. I mean, very bad loss for the Saints. This is, to me, the psychological icing on the cake loss for them. I do not see them bouncing back. This is a very bad loss. And if I'm the head coach, I'm chewing my team out, and I'm saying we're going to practice hard all week. We're doing
days off.
We're doing full pad contact practices all week. And I'm making them run until they puke. I mean, that's an unacceptable loss. That's a very bad loss because the Falcons.
I used to like when kids would get in trouble.
Because the Falcons are a playoff team. And when you lose to teams like the Saints, especially divisional, that have no business competing with you, that's not good. Bad. So I don't think the Saints are, I don't think the Falcons are bouncing back. They're going to lose to the Broncos this week. If they win, I'll be very surprised. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be very surprised. But
wait, Atlanta's going to lose to the Broncos this week?
Yes.
That's the next game. We'll get into that in a second. I'm going to be very
surprised. But yeah, the Falcons, they're done. I don't see them psychologically being able to recover from this loss.
Okay.
The next, I'm going to go with the Chicago Bears losing 19-3 at home to a Patriots team that is not good.
Yeah,
Caleb Williams is a bum. Well, he played like a bum. He was sacked 9 times.
God
16 for 30. with a QBR of 63.2 and only had 120 passing yards. And your number one receiver, who you just signed to an extension, DJ Moore, had 3 yards. Excuse my language. What the fuck is that?
I think the
3 yards,
was
Gavin. 3 yards
trash,
receiving.
man.
Like, no, that's basically doing cardio the whole game. Like, if I'm DJ Moore, I'm sick. So no wonder why they got rid of their offensive coordinator. I mean, that's
You can't come back from
wild to me. 120 yards passing is terrible.
Yes, that is horrible. Terrible.
Like rushers get more than that.
Yeah.
A trick play get more than that.
Yeah, man, and that's terrible. And then my next loser, Los Angeles Rams. Terrible. This was a game that they needed to get right, because remember that Thursday night they beat the Vikings, overtime win. They beat the Seahawks. Puka's back, Kupp's back, and what do? You lose to a bum Dolphins team
23-15.
That's
game
unacceptable.
Was amazing. Shout out Tua.
That is.
I told him they wasn't ready for Shiesty Tua.
That's not good. And the Rams are another team that I don't see bouncing back after this loss.
I never thought they were bouncing in the first place.
I don't think they're going to be able to get past this loss. I think this is going to be a game that they're going to look back on and wish that they had. And this, to me, is a heartbreaker. And I don't see them recovering after this loss. Yeah, they might beat bad teams, but I don't see them beating teams like the Eagles, you know what I mean, or the Cardinals, or the 49ers again.
I can see them beating the Eagles.
I don't. But yeah, I just, those are my losers. And my winners, I'm gonna go with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay.
Winning 28-29. I mean, Russell Wilson
27.
played good. What was it?
28-27.
28-27, my bad. Russell Wilson played good. The defense played well as well.
Team effort.
It was an overall team effort. And even though I picked the Steelers to win this game, remember, I told y'all, they're growing on me. Now, I'm not going to say that they're a Super Bowl contender.
The Steelers are a grower, not a shower.
But they did their thing. Next, I'm going to go with the Arizona Cardinals. Now, the Cardinals, to me, I'm pulling up the stats right now, was the biggest robbery bet. They were an underdog against the Jets.
That's crazy.
That was free.
31-6.
That
Anything
was
against
free.
Rodgers is free.
31-6. Now, Kyler Murray, 22 out of 24, 256 yards passing, 1 touchdown though.
He said, "I got time today.
He had over 100 QBR rating.
Ooh.
Okay. They were able to run the ball well with Trey Benson, James Conner, even though he didn't have particularly good game on the ground. He still did his thing in the receiving.
Yes.
What's his name? McBride is balling. Harrison had an okay game. He had a touchdown. But I think the Cardinals, I told y'all, they're a competitive team.
Yeah.
They're going to make the wild card. Yeah, they do. But now the Cardinals want to play. But let's see how they do when if they have a heartbreaking loss. Let's see how they bounce back. But right now, they're my winner. And last but not least, I have to go with the Detroit Lions.
Detroit.
I mean, even though Jared Goff did everything he could to lose them that game, he had 5 picks. 5 picks. And yet,
it's acting like Geno.
They were able to stay calm because of Dan Quinn. And also that Lions defense, creating turnovers.
True.
C.J. Stroud also did some pretty irresponsible throws.
You should have
seen
Jesse.
But at the same time, the Detroit Lions stayed calm.
The truth.
And they did their thing, and I think they're going to go to the Super Bowl this year.
Who, the Lions?
Yes.
I can definitely see that coming.
But those are my winners, and those are my losers of week 10.
Yes. And there you have it. We got winners and losers by Seth, week 10. I mean, hey, you had the way the Saints beat Atlanta, I say they're a loser too. I feel the exact same way. Y'all cannot be losing a game like that. It's a rivalry game.
It's a bad game to lose, Jay. I mean, you got to win those games.
Exactly.
You cannot lose to bad teams like that.
Let's go ahead and keep talking about it.
Blame Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, so Kirk Cousins is going to Mile High against the Denver Broncos.
Yes.
That should have beaten the Chiefs. The Chiefs got very lucky.
Again.
And I even picked the Broncos. I remember I told y'all I picked the
getting
Broncos
away
plus
with
the points.
this.
I didn't say they were going to beat the Chiefs, but I picked them plus the points, and they covered.
Hey, they definitely
They're
did.
plus 8. That was
They
free.
definitely did cover. I mean, like, I feel like the Broncos are. I mean, Bo Nix and the Broncos, they making me a believer. I mean, the only reason I feel like they lost is because of the penalties. 6 penalties for 35 yards. They need to slow down on the penalties, and then they may start to do better in games. I mean, they played the Ravens, 9 penalties for 71 yards. So I mean, you can't be doing that in the NFL if you're trying to win games, especially these close ones. Because 16-14 against the Chiefs, it was right there. Right there. I mean, I can't believe it, but
It was a Swifty magic.
It was a Swifty match. But Atlanta, they lost 17-20 to the Saints. I need to figure out, is Javonte Williams for the Broncos playing? Because I think he only had like 1 carry for 1 yard last game.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if he's not playing, and I'm stuck with Drew Grick, whatever his name is, Estine. I'm definitely not going with them. I'm definitely going with the Atlanta Falcons because I don't think they're going to stop Bijan. Bijan is way better than Kareem Hunt.
I bet you he's not going to get more than 100. He's not going to get 100 yards this game.
Who?
Bijan.
He had 116 last game.
It's not going to happen.
86. Nah, he ain't
Broncos got a good run defense.
Yeah,
I'm telling you right now.
I hate Bo Nix.
Listen.
I'm picking Atlanta.
Uh-huh.
The Broncos are going to give the Falcons trouble.
You think so?
Yes. They should. Let's bet lunch, Gavin.
I mean, it depends.
I'm telling you, I'm very confident in the Broncos.
There's
no reason why they should lose this game. They need to win this game.
Kirk Cousins,
and so do the Falcons. But the Broncos need to win this game. They need to bounce back. So do the Falcons. Both teams need to bounce back, but I think the Broncos need it more.
I can see that, but I mean, I think
because if the Falcons can get away with losing,
I think the Falcons are going to be embarrassed and they're going to bounce back.
I think they're going to be embarrassed, yeah, because that last game, like the Broncos losing against KC, everybody thought that. So the fact that they came that close,
look how competitive the Broncos are this year, guys.
I can see that. Yeah, I mean,
I just think it's.
I mean, but it really just depends on what Bo Nix you're gonna get, because
that's what I was gonna say.
Bo Nix against the KC, he was 215, 2 touchdowns, but he played against Ravens, 223 yards, 0 touchdowns and a pick.
Yeah, but they're a different team though.
And the Ravens
are way different though.
True that, and I mean,
look at the Falcons just lost to
Saints. Yeah, the pass defense is trash for the Saints. They are ranked number 24th in the pass defense. Run defense.
Courtland Sutton, I like his receiving yards this game.
Only reason I say that is because they don't have a running game now. You don't have a running game. All you have is just Bo Nix and Courtney Sutton.
And
what receivers? All you got is Courtney Sutton and Adam. That's it.
Yeah, but they're finding ways to win. They're finding ways to make do with what they got. And
Whose
teams
side
like
you
that are
picking?
dangerous. I got the Broncos.
No, Jesse.
I'm going to Atlanta. I'm definitely going to Atlanta this game.
That's cool. Have fun with that.
Drake London balled out last game, 8 for 97, and then
but he's going
Mooney.
against. But it's about matchups.
So who's going to stop Darnell Mooney?
Bet.
He's probably going to get his.
Bet on
but I don't think they're
or Kyle Pitts.
Bet.
Or Bishop. You can't stop them all. Somebody's going to get something. Atlanta got weapons.
And that's cool, but they're not worried about that. They're going to focus on everything to stop Bijan Robinson.
Y'all need to bet on it.
And that may be the problem. You want to go?
Yeah.
We definitely bet on this one. This is.
What are you doing, lunch?
We do lunch. I mean, I feel like
there's no reason why the Broncos should lose this game.
Penalties. I just told you, back-to-back games.
Yeah, but this is a different game. They're pissed right now.
This is gonna be third game.
They're pissed right now.
I guess you can say that.
They're gonna stay pissed when they lose
their passing game is 20. Only thing good on them is their pass defense and their defense is the only thing good.
I just hate Bo Nix, so I'm never picking.
Because he's old.
I'm never picking the Broncos.
You're gonna be getting a text.
He's a Van Wilder of college.
Clip this, by the way. Clip this.
Oh, somebody did that. The last game we talked about the Ravens, and I was like, oh, if Derrick Henry don't get more than 80 yards, then they gonna lose. And then I think Derrick Henry had like 68 yards.
Yeah, because it was they won, but it was a chalk game script, dude. He only had 6 rushing attempts going into the half. Come on, dude.
Exactly.
And Derrick Henry had 60 yards. Imagine if they would have fed him more, he would have soared over that.
Definitely.
So if someone is trying to use that clip as me being wrong, they're a clown and they played themselves, because clearly they didn't watch the game and realize that the game script was chalked. Because what happened when they got him more involved, second half, he scored a touchdown and he went from 30 yards, 20 yards to like 60. So, I mean, you know what I mean?
True.
Take that.
Just being honest.
True. But moving on, man. We got the undefeated Kansas City Chiefs 9-0 going against the Buffalo Bills 8-2. Buffalo just beat the Colts 20-30. That was a good game. And then KC, of course, we just talked about it. They beat Broncos 16-14. Now this is gonna be a good game. I've been waiting for this game for the longest.
Should be a primetime game. They should switch.
Definitely.
They should switch the Bengals and Chargers to this time, and then put primetime Chiefs and Bills. Sorry.
They definitely should do that.
Yeah, these two games.
But this game can go either way. I mean, the way Josh Allen playing last game, 280 yards. I mean, he ain't throw no touchdowns, two picks. That's why I feel like this game is gonna be different. Like he not finna play Patrick Mahomes and go 0 touchdowns and 2 picks. He's definitely finna ball out, especially after they let Bo Nix just do all that to him and they ain't get no picks off of Bo Nix. You let him go for 215. So I mean, Josh Allen has to do something. I just need 2 wide receivers to step up, Mac or at least Khalil Delton. Somebody needs to step up. I mean, if we do that, then I think the KC luck is ran out. I think this is a game the KC luck is finally ran out.
I want to believe.
Well, hold on.
But I don't know.
I hear what you're saying, but when it comes to the Bills, I mean, Amari Cooper hurt his wrist. So this so-called wrist injury where he hurt his wrist, I don't know if he's going to be able to play. But like I said, his wrist is hurt because he hurt his wrist. And Coleman, of course, is out due to a wrist injury.
I thought he hurt his nose.
Because he got hit by, what's his name? The guy that used to play for the Bills that plays for the Dolphins now. So I don't think he's going to play. And then Kincaid hurt his knee. So I read a report that he's a long shot, so Cooper pretty much has to play. He has to suck it up. But I just feel like the Chiefs have a better coaching, and I feel like Patrick Mahomes will find a way to get it done. It's just one's going to be sweaty, but I don't know. I just feel like, the Chiefs always come out on top, especially when they're a dog.
By hook or crook.
I mean, you definitely got to find a way. I mean, like if Josh Allen couldn't score on the 27th ranked pass defense of the Colts, like I mean, it's really.
And Mahomes doesn't Mahomes usually beat Allen?
I mean,
he usually does. I mean, yes, Allen has beaten him before.
Yes,
but I like the Chiefs in this game. Give me the Chiefs. They're the underdog. I got the Chiefs money line.
Ooh.
I'm taking the Chiefs.
Ooh, yeah, they both going Chiefs, man. I'm going.
Of course you are.
I'm going Buffalo Bills. Of course man. I'm going Buffalo Bills. I just don't see them winning, man.
We're putting them under this week, Seth.
Oh Lord.
You bet lunch.
Okay, we can bet this one.
How many lunches you owe me?
I probably like 5. Yeah. Oh.
I got the tally.
Oh Lord, I probably owe him like 5, man.
He owes me 3 margaritas.
I'm gonna keep betting. I'm about to buy you 3 margaritas tonight.
Hey Jesse, that actually is good that you don't actually bet money on games, because your bookie would probably have a field day with you. I'm sorry.
I mean,
he would have taken you to the woodshed and made you like it.
That would have been a whole different game. But at the same time, he would owe me because I would have been winning first.
He would have built up some bank before he started losing.
I won 8-9 games before I started losing.
Jesse's a guy that has to rob Peter to pay Paul.
Nah, you wish. But hey, man,
I'm
going. Speaking of Peter, finna rob the KC Chiefs of this win. Y'all can stamp that today. But hey, moving on, we got the next game, the final game. We got the 4-6 Cincinnati Bengals coming off of a loss to the Ravens, 34-35, against the 6-3 Chargers, who came off of a loss 17-27 to the Titans.
And that's crazy to me that the Bengals are underdog now. T. Higgins, quit being a wuss and just suck it up and play, dude. I mean, come on, you wanna get the bag, you gotta play. Like, I understand, just suck it up and play. Your team needs you. Y'all not completely out of contention. You still got some life, but your team needs you.
Definitely.
And last game against the Ravens, it was a heartbreaker.
Yes.
But I'm gonna go with the Bengals in this game. I like the Chargers too, but I just feel like, I don't know. I mean, I feel like this is a game the Bengals can win.
I feel like that the Bengals have been in a lot of close games that they should have won. I feel like a lot of their games that they've gotten, been on the wrong end of some calls, especially the last game against Baltimore on that 2-point. I think there's a freeze frame on the internet where they saw 3 penalties that were missed. So, I mean, they've had a handful of games where You know, they're a lot better than their record shows. Is
They are.
basically what I'm trying to say. So
Gotta go with the Bengals, dude.
I'm gonna pick the Bengals as well.
I got to, dude.
Ooh,
And
you
listen,
sure? I mean, Gus Edwards is back. You sure about that? J.K. Dobbin and
what has
Gus
Gus Edwards done? Nothing.
I mean, last game he was 10 for 55, but he ain't played the game before that. He was.
I don't believe in the
for all of.
Chargers.
He was
Let me
gone.
see. No. The
He was
Chargers
gone
are
for
straight.
all of October.
I don't believe in
Don't
them.
get me wrong, Gavin. The Chargers have been winning me some coin.
Of course, I mean,
I've been nuking the Chargers, putting hundreds of dollars on them. They
exactly. They finding a way to
but
win.
just not this week. I'm not putting money on them this week. I like the Bengals. I just feel like they need to win this
They
game.
need to win.
They can win this game,
And the
especially on
Chargers can
prime
afford a
time.
loss.
On prime time.
Yeah.
And but the thing about the Chargers is they're not losing games that they should win like they have in the past. I will give them that. But I just feel like Joe Burrow's a better quarterback, and he's gonna find a way to get it done in this matchup.
Yeah, I mean, the past couple of weeks he has been putting up the numbers. He has been a better quarterback. 428, 4 touchdowns against the Ravens, 251 and 5 touchdowns against the Raiders. So I mean, Justin Herbert hasn't been putting up those numbers. He's been putting up like 164. But I mean, at the same time, the pass defense is 23rd for the Bengals. I mean, they couldn't stop Jacoby Myers, and y'all couldn't even stop Tylan Wallace from the Ravens. So I mean, I really think that Lad's gonna have a ball out there. I'm going Chargers. I'm definitely going Chargers. I'm not betting this one. I'm not betting this. This is too close. I just feel like Quentin Johnston, he finna ball out. I just feel like that.
It looks like me and Seth are picking
a lot of the same games.
Yeah.
I just feel like Gavin and Jay. I mean, dude, it just doesn't make sense for the Bengals not to win.
You're right.
It just doesn't.
I mean,
even though Harbaugh's a better coach, when ultimately
it comes out what
Burrow's
comes down to
a better
matchups.
quarterback.
Yeah, Burrow is a better quarterback. I didn't even write down the.
And I think the Bengals are gonna probably be able to run the ball this game.
Chase Brown. I mean, Chase Brown last game was 13 for 42 yards, 1 touchdown.
The Ravens have a good run defense.
I mean,
how many 100-yard guys have ran against the Ravens?
Yeah. I mean, Ravens is like top 1 to top 3 in run
saying.
defense. Ain't nobody running. I mean, yeah, I give you that. He did go for 120 against the Raiders. So, but I mean, we still got Gus Edwards. So yeah, I'm definitely going to Chargers.
And then who's gonna guard Chase?
Nobody.
Exactly.
You gotta.
And then what's the deal with Higgins? Is Higgins? Let's see about Higgins.
Higgins may not be playing. Y'all may be just stuck with
Come on, Higgins, just suck it up and play.
You got Tanner. Use Tanner. You got good. Tanner Hudson.
But am I right though? Like Higgins, like for a guy that wants to get the bag,
he wants to get the bag on a different team now.
And I mean, the Giants are probably gonna
questionable.
It's questionable. I mean, like the Bengals didn't get no sacks against Lamar Jackson.
He's gone after this year.
He didn't get no sacks against Lamar Jackson. Justin Herbert already been sacked 13 times the past 2 games. If y'all don't get no sacks on them this game, I can definitely see the Chargers winning.
Yeah, but the thing about it is the Chargers don't have that good of receivers. I mean, Quentin Johnston's okay. He's straight.
And Ladd McConkey, he's straight for 2 for 52. He's straight. He's decent.
Yeah, 2 catches for 52 yards.
2 catches, 52 yards.
He's a deep ball guy.
Quentin Johnston was the last game when they played the Browns. He was 4 for 118.
Yeah, come on, the Browns suck.
You got to give me one.
It's not saying much.
So let's go ahead and wrap it up. We got the rest of Week 11 slate. Do you have any comments on the trash games?
What we got?
Okay, I mean, I got Lions, but I mean, you're not gonna make much money unless you pick an underdog team that you're confident in.
Would you be surprised if the Jags win? Jags have been come close. They almost beat the Vikings.
No, they're not gonna win. No.
Okay.
Texans are gonna smash the Cowboys.
The Titans and Vikings could be a trap game.
I'm going Vikings.
Stay away from that game. The Dolphins should win.
They definitely should win.
The Patriots and Rams should win, but I'm not betting on that game because they could sell. Browns and Saints.
Who cares?
I'm going Jameis. I'm going Browns.
Jets and Colts. I want the Colts to win. They could win.
I think the Colts will win.
I'm betting on the Jets again.
Texans and Cowboys. I got Texans money line.
Yeah, Texas definitely gonna be.
That's gonna be a blowout, man.
Yeah, they got Cooper, so yeah, it's definitely gonna be a blowout.
But the Jets and Colts.
I'm going Jets.
I got the
Colts.
Well, I got the Colts.
But before we get out of here,
I think he just threw 3 picks last game.
Who?
Flacco. Yeah, Flacco.
Yeah, but it was the Bills. True. It's about matchups.
Before we leave the show, here is Seth's picks once again. Here you got it all. There is the code PRAWW PQJ4. Make sure you use that on Prize Picks to get $25 on them. And check out all assessed picks right here and see if you agree or disagree. Put it in the comment section down below.
Hey.
Yes. Anyways, guys and girls out there that watch the show, I really appreciate y'all. I am your host, Real Good Doty. And make sure, sorry about that. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel that you can find also
in the description.
The link below.
Also, follow me on Instagram, realgood_Doty, for daily motivation. Also, if you want to do some jiu-jitsu, hit me up. I'll take you to my gym.
Hey, take you to my dojo.
He'll choke you out for free.
Whoa,
hey, yo.
Whoa. The kid show, Jay.
I said dojo. Take you to my dojo?
Calm down, Hong Kong Fooey.
Horrible. But
Chico
hey,
Grande, Chico 2-time, Shooter McGavin, baby. Hopefully the Steelers win. If not, we'll get another shot at it.
And then Jay and Gavin are going to be sick when the Broncos win.
They not winning.
No, Bo Nix ain't winning.
It ain't gonna be that.
Bo Nix is going back to college.
Oh, horrible. But hey, man, Kodak Coughlin, this TFTC Sports. Thank y'all for watching last episode. Hottest sports channel on earth, man. We taking over the world one episode at a time. Comment down below your favorite team. Comment down below who you got winning the prime game today, prime game this weekend. Make sure you sign up for Prize Picks. But we out. Holla.
We'll see you next week.
We will see you in week 12. Y'all have a good one.
Season almost over.
And you're going to finish last. We'll see you.
Super Bowl with 12 points.